Hey guys, welcome back to Boosted Gaming. So, a few of you have reached out and asked me, hey, Boost, what skill build are you running on the regular? What skill build do you run for your heroic content in your legendary? Like, what is your go-to skill build, right? Because a lot of people know that I love my skill builds. Um, so, I have one skill build in particular that I use for literally everything. And yeah, this is my go-to 9 times out of 10. Like I said, I do have a bunch of them, but this is the one I'm going to use the most. So let's take a look. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at that skill build I was telling you about. This is a complete and utter non-situational skill build. I guess it's kind of situational depending on what you want to use it for, but this will actually allow you to use all your skills 100% of the time without any kind of repercussions. You're not built into anything specific except for the skill tiers. So you could do skill damage, skill haste, all that fun stuff. However you guys want to build it. But like I said, this is my usual go-to for everything. You can see here we've opted for the Demolitionist specialization, primarily because I like the boomstick, and we do have a little bit of explosive damage built into this, which is why I like running Seekers. But again, guys, it's everybody's personal preference. Getting to the actual weapons here, you can see that we do have a SIG 556. This is rolled with In Sync, so we're going to be shooting for our skill damage. So anytime you hit an enemy, you're going to be granted 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. When you use a skill or damage an enemy with a skill, it grants an additional 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds, and then the damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So if I'm constantly shooting, and then let's say I've got my drone out and my drone's constantly hitting an enemy, I'm doing literally 30% overall. I got 15% skill damage, 50% weapon damage, so we're just increasing all of that, right? So both buffs are going to be doubled, which is fantastic. So 30% skill, 30% weapon just while they're active, which means my Seekers are going to be hitting for 30% more than they are right off the rip. Getting into the second weapon here, we have the Resolute Mark 47. Triple God roll, didn't really have to touch it. And you can see here this one came with Future Perfect. So weapon skills are granting one skill tier for 15 seconds. Not taking full advantage of this because we're already at skill tier 6, which is why I'm not running Technician or any other specialization, but this will help put me into overcharge potentially, which is not a bad thing to be in. You can see here we opted for the card custom pistol. Again, brings a skill tier, which is great, and then it also has In Sync, so even if I was to use this with this build, I'm still getting that additional damage from In Sync, which is phenomenal. Getting into the actual gear pieces here, you can see we've opted for a one-piece Channel Light, which brings with it 15% explosives damage, which is also why we went with the Demolitionist. You can see this piece here rolled with skill damage. We put some skill haste in it, and we have a skill haste mod. Getting into our actual chest piece here, you can see we've opted for Wyvern wear. So one-piece Wyvern brings with it some skill damage of 10%. It also has skill damage for an attribute, some skill haste, and then a skill haste mod. What we opted for talent-wise was skilled. Now, there's a reason I went with skilled over anything else, and that's just because of my playstyle. There's a lot of talents that would work here, whether it be Overwatch, Kinetic Momentum. You know, there's a bunch you could go with, but I opted for skilled primarily because there's a 25% chance to reset skill cooldowns anytime you get a skill kill. So if my drone puts somebody down or my Seekers knock somebody out, there's a 25% chance every time I get a kill for those to proc again and me to just toss my Seekers or make sure that my drone gets a full refresh. So really good to have skilled on. I like it primarily just because of, you know, my overall playstyle. Getting into our holster here, this is another piece of Wyvern. Brings with it some status effects. Again, we're not taking full advantage of the status effects. I needed it more for the yellow. And I liked it because it had max skill haste on it, and then I rolled some skill damage into it, as you see. So we're not taking advantage of that that status effect, I'm sorry, but we do have, like I said, those other two attributes which are key for what we need. Getting into the knee pads here, we have Hannah Yu. We've opted for a two-piece Hannah Yu. You can see this is one of two. These come with skill haste and skill damage as attributes, and then obviously the one-piece Brent set brings with it skill haste at 10%. And the other piece of Hannah Yu, which is really nice, brings it skill damage. So having those two pieces just increase our haste and our damage, which is fantastic. The attributes on the gloves are skill damage at 10%, skill haste at 10.3, so not too bad. And you can see here we've opted for the Acosta Go Bag as our backpack. So one of the two exotic backpacks. Now I do like the Acosta Go Bag. Why? One, because it gives you a bunch of different things. It gives you an additional armor kit. It gives you 3 additional grenades. Increases your ammo carrying capacity by 25%. It gives you 10% repair skills and 10% status effects, right? So repair skills, status effects, throw those out the window, don't need them. The ammo capacity, the grenade capacity, the armor kit capacity are awesome. The big reason I do love the Acosta Go Bag for this build is if I toss a grenade, not only do I get the grenade back so it doesn't get used, but it grants 1 skill tier for 15 seconds. And if I'm already at skill tier 6, which we are, it grants overcharge immediately. So as soon as I toss that, I immediately get overcharge, which means my seekers and my drone are immediately in overcharge, and I get that grenade back, so I don't even waste it. Awesome backpack for this entire build, and it works fantastic. Getting to the actual skills, you can see here that our striker drone is hitting at about 70k, which is almost 71,000 damage. Again, not too bad, but once it goes into overcharge, it goes up over 100, which is fantastic. Our seekers are hitting at 2.9 base, and that's before the in sync. And the same thing with the drone. That's before in sync. That's before any overcharge. And that's before any other team bonuses or team buffs for damage. So if you're in overcharge, if your team has skill, things that are proccing you to get additional damage, these are going to be hitting even harder. But 2.9 base is not bad considering we've got 10 of these things rolling around on the ground looking for people to kill. And then you guys can see here, our weapon stuff isn't all that great. Our critical hit chance is low. Our hit damage is super low. Even this, weapon damage bonus is low. Again, this is literally built fully into skill. So you have to have a good team running with you because you really are going to be susceptible to going down if you're not careful. But at the same time, you can really go through content with 1 or 2 people that have solid builds, and this would really help them knock people down quicker, or at least do your ad control for you. And like I said, you could drop down any skill you want here. You have your sticky bombs, you have your traps, your decoys, pulses if you need, fireflies, chems, hives, turrets. You could proc a shield. I probably wouldn't proc a shield because you don't have a whole lot of tankiness with it. You do have 13 million health, but somebody could possibly chew through that pretty quick. And then once they chew through that, you're a dead man because you don't have any kind of armor built up for yourself. But everything else, Firefly, Chem, anything else would be fantastic with this build. So the sky's the limit, guys. But that's it for this build. That's all I got for you on this one. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button, share this page with your friends. Also, don't forget to go check out the Discord link down below. That's the TSW Discord. That's where you can find me and the rest of the crew of TSW. Always looking to help you guys with legendary content, builds, heroic content. We do EB runs, RAV runs, raid runs for first-time completions. Always trying to help you guys. So visit that link below. Leave your comments down below as well, guys. And until that next video, I will catch you later. Peace.